Everywhere I go, I'm not gonna change who I am. I want people to ask me. I think as a white person, and they're kind of shocked who is a white Muslim. This is odd in this country. Now, if I take this off and I walk into a store, nobody knows I'm Muslim. I don't. It's not. You know, females, it's different. They are going to wear the scarves. For me, if I choose, I can take this off. And yes, I see the different looks. I get a different look if I have this or if I don't.
Is that your copy? Okay, take one crayon. The thing that convinced me about Islam was the right religion for me was the truth. The truth is something that it was overwhelming. I just could not refute the fact that the things that were said about Islam were true, and I never heard it before, and it just made perfect sense to me. Some would wonder, is it tough to be a Muslim and American at the same time? And the answer that I would tell all would be no. There has been no changes in my life. I just make, how do they say, allowances for certain things, and certain things I delete. For example, I still swim, I still play ball, I still run, I'm very athletic, I still do all the wonderful things I used to do. But as you can see, I'm one of those Muslims that covers. So the only exception to the rule is that I would go swimming with a little bit more extra clothing, but I continue to do the same things that I used to do.
كان تفاني المسلمين هو أول ما ألهم فاطمة لتعتنق الإسلام قبل 20 عاماً.
It was during Ramadan, so it was really nice. I mean, it amazed me how dedicated they were to the fasting and how they would pray, and no matter what I thought of it, they were going to do it anyway in front of me, and how dedicated they were to this help. Their belief, it made me want to learn more about it. When I heard about Islam, it made perfect sense to me. There was no questions in my mind about it, that it was the right thing to do. I liked how easy it was. The belief was very easy to understand about God existing before the creations, that everything is a creation, that all the prophets came with one religion, and it wasn't, as some say, that each prophet came with their own religion. This doesn't make sense to me because there's one creator, so it makes sense that there's one religion. I became Muslim very quickly after I met the people that told me about Islam within a couple weeks. And it was a life-changing experience. I mean, it was very quick. Within 3 months, I moved to California to learn. Everything in my life changed. I mean, from taking everything out of my refrigerator that wasn't halal, and right away, I tried to put a scarf on. I wasn't sure how to do it, but I wanted to do it.
كثير من الذين يدخلون في الإسلام يعجبون بعظمة الإسلام، ويعجبون بتواضع الشخص الذي يتعامل أو يطبق الشريعة الإسلامية، ويعجبون بالعقيدة الإسلامية. نحن لما نحاور الأمريكان في الجامعات أو فيهم في مركزنا نتكلم معهم بطريقة علمية عقلانية، فيجدوا أن العقل السليم والعقل الصحيح لابد أن يشهد بأن لا إله إلا الله وأن محمد رسول الله.
Allah hears all what is hearable, but He's not like us. We need what to hear?
Ears.
Ears. We need organs, body parts, right?
Yeah,
Allah is not like His creation in any way. So Allah hears all the hearable things, but does not need organs like we need. Okay, similar with sight. Allah sees all what is seeable. Again, He does not have an eye. He doesn't have a pupil. He doesn't have blood like we need. All these things.
Is His speech in the Quran?
هنا كثير من الناس الأمور الدنيوية متيسر لهم، فتجدينهم يبحثون عن الفكر وعن الثقافة وعن العلم. يعني أنا عشت في بلد مسلم، ما عمري دخلت مكتبة بابليك يعني في مكاتب تباع فيها الكتب. أما هنا مثلا الناس بعد انتهاء أشغالهم بعد سن التقاعد يذهبون إلى العلم، إلى المطالعة، إلى التنزه. هذا الشيء مفقود في كثير من بلاد المسلمين للظروف المعيشية. فهذا أورث أن كثير من الذين يأتون من هذه البلاد عندهم حرمان من حيث الأمور الدنيوية، وانشغلوا بذلك عن أمور الدين. أما الناس الذين هنا في راحة وفي رخاء وفي تقاليد معينة يبحثون، وهذا مما يجعلنا نحن أن نكون حريصين على نشر العلم أكثر، نشر الثقافة أكثر. ولله الحمد، يعني الحمد لله كثير منهم يتقبلون، وكثير منهم حقيقة لما يكلم معهم بالطريقة العلمية، بالطريقة العقائدية التي هي أصل الدين. أصل كلمة لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله ليس معناه لحية أو عمة أو حزب أو جماعة أو فكر أو انتماء حزبي أو انتماء عرقي. لا إله إلا الله معناها أنا أعبد الله الذي يستحق العبادة، أنا أعبد الله الذي خلق الكون اللي هو دليل على وجوده، السماوات والأراضي. لا أعبد وهم، لا أعبد خيال، لا أعبد جسم، لا أعبد شيء في السماء ولا في الأرض.
Two and a half years ago, I went to Hajj. Been trying for a long time, since a few years after I became Muslim. I finally got to go. Wonderful. You see Muslims from everywhere. And it's so interesting to be in Medina and Mecca, and you can just see the different countries, because the people stay in groups generally as they're traveling. So it's very nice to say this is this group, and you just start to see how spread across the world Islam is. And this is the thing that makes you, again, feel as one of the group. In this country, we feel alone a lot, because there are a lot of Muslims, but this country is huge, and we are spread out. But when you go there, you really see the size and the spread of Islam, and that it is for, you really start to think it's for everybody. You walk and you see pictures of the Kaaba, but when you walk in the mosque and there's the Kaaba, you know, the tears flow down. When you get to go to Medina and see, you know, where the Prophet is buried, see the mosque. If you get to go and see some of where the battlegrounds were, and you know some of the stories, it's wonderful.
We feel like learning the Quran and the Arabic language is something very important for them. You know, it's something will help them to understand the religion better. You never know, they will grow up and, you know, meet with people. Maybe they will spread the right knowledge.
Islam has changed my life in a most complete way. I mean, from everything I do to everything I eat to the way I treat other people, Islam has been a complete change of my life. I never imagined that I would be in such a blessed situation that I could be teaching Islam every single day of my life, knowing enough about this blessed religion to be able to share it with those around me, and especially to the young children, our next generation. It has been a completely marvelous experience.
الإسلام هو أن تتعلم الدين، أن تطبق على نفسك، وأن تنصح الناس بذلك. يعني أن تكون داعية إلى الله عز وجل في البيت، في الجامعة، في المدرسة، في العمل. وهذا يحتاج إلى أن يكون الإنسان عنده معرفة بدين الله عز وجل، معرفة بأمور العقيدة، كيف يقنع إنسان بأن دين الإسلام هو الدين الصحيح وهو لا يعلم عنه شيء. فكثير من أولاد المسلمين الثقافة الإسلامية ضعيفة عندهم، ما عندهم معلومات دينية، عندهم معلومات سياسية من وكالات الأنباء، من الجرائد، من التلفزيون، لكن ما عندهم معلومات دينية. لو سأله صديقه، ويحصل كثير، يأتيني أشخاص، واحد يتجوز واحدة أمريكية يتزوجها، تعرض عليه أسئلة لا يجد جوابا عليها، مع أنه زوج لها، وقد تكون هي رغبت به لأنه عربي أو مسلم، لكن هو ثقافته بسيطة جدا. يعني لو سألته ما هو ربكم الذي تعبدونه، ما الملائكة، ما الآخرة، ما الرسل، تجديه ضعيف جدا جدا. بينما نحن نعمل على تطوير هذا الفكر. نقول للإنسان يتعلم أن الله سبحانه وتعالى ليس شيئا جسما أو حجما أو شكلا أو جسدا أو له ولد أو له زوجة أو له شكل. الله قال في القرآن ليس كمثله شيء. نقول له أن الرسل كلهم مسلمون، عيسى مسلم وموسى مسلم، كانوا يشهدون أن لا إله إلا الله وأن الله هو خالق كل شيء سبحانه وتعالى. نعلمهم، نركز على هذا، على العقيدة الإسلامية وعلى التحذير من الفكر التكفيري بغير حق، هذا الذي نحر الناس في بلادنا. لا نريده أن ينحرونا، ولا نريد للمسلم أن يكون خطر، قنبلة موقوتة ينتقل. نريد للمسلم أن يكون داعية، نور ينبثق بين الناس ينظرون إليه كعلم، كمعرفة، كإرشاد، كنصح، كإنقاذ الناس من الهلاك. هذا المسلم الذي نرجوه في هذه البلاد، وهذا الذي ينفع، وهذا الذي يعطي الصورة الحسنة للمسلمين. عباد الله، التقوى وصية ربكم في القرآن الكريم. تقوى الله عز وجل أداء الواجبات واجتناب المحرمات.
I want to say something to the Algerian people, which is, in Ramadan, if you're rich, please help the poor all over the world. Help them slaughter the lambs to feed them, like to feed the poor people. You'll get reward Islamically if you're steadfast, if you're a true believer in Islam, and always make dua in Ramadan, pray, always fast.
What I want to tell the Algerians in Ramadan is, it's better for you to fast even when you're sick. I fasted when I was sick. It turned out easier than I thought to be. And it's better to fast than to skip a day because you're going to have to redo that day anyway.
What I have to say to all the Algerian people is, Assalamu alaikum. May Allah accept your fasting and your good deeds. Fear Allah. A day will come where we will all be questioned about what we did in this life. I ask Allah for all of you to be forgiven your sins on the Day of Judgment, and to have sincerity in obeying Allah. And there's millions of us around the world that you don't see, and just like we don't see all of you, but just to know that we're all brothers and sisters. May Allah bless and guide us all.